Okay, so as you can probably hear, the laundry is going back there. And Mark got home and I cut up chicken because I am making chicken enchiladas for dinner. So I wanted to talk to you guys about the second $5 dinner video that I promised, part 2. If you remember, in part 1 I did 2 $5 dinners. I had bought a package, a 10-pound package of chicken quarters. So this is the chicken that I got for the $5 meal challenge. One bag of chicken is going to be for the $5 challenge, and I cooked them, and then I took off the meat, and I saved the bones and the skin, and I made stock, and I was able to get 4 containers of chicken. So as you can see, this is enough chicken to make 4 meals. This is all the way to the top. I haven't chopped them yet or anything, but they are all about the same size. Out of those quarters, yeah, and I showed you 2 of the meals that I made with that chicken. So I know it's been a while. I said I would do this video, and I'm doing it now. I'm sorry, but Christmas happened, my daughter's birthday happened, the election happened, all of that stuff in DC, which is still going on. So I just haven't. But I have the footage, and so what you're about to see is that footage and those 2 meals. So it's been, you have to forgive me because it's been probably a month since I made that first video. So tonight we are having, you guessed it, chicken tacos. So I got these from the Dollar Tree, and I am going to do the quick soak method, and it actually works really well for these beans. This is a pound of beans, black beans, and there's going to be so many we're not going to be able to eat them all tonight, and I'm going to be able to make leftovers out of them. So normally I sort the beans to make sure there's not any rocks or anything in there, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to already have my bowl, my pan full of water. I'm going to put them in here without salt. I'm going to boil them for 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'm going to turn them off and let them sit for a little while. So I chopped up the chicken, and I'm going to throw it in there, and I'm going to use a little bit of chicken fat. Probably about that much. And this is a quarter of an onion diced, a big onion.
This at Sam's, but I know that at HEB I saw a packet of taco seasoning for 50 cents. So, and you don't even have to use taco seasoning. You can use like chili powder and cumin and oregano, or just use salt and pepper if you have it. And then if you have any like containers of like Taco Bell hot sauce or any salsa, little packets that you've gotten from drive-thrus, or even if you have just salsa in the refrigerator, just throw that in there. But I'm going to use this because this is what I have.
So I just added the taco seasoning mixed with the water. And I'm just going to stir that around. So that's done. I'm going to put that in the oven, and then Mark is going to do the rice.
So Mark made the Spanish rice, and he added 2 cups of rice. How much onion?
A quarter of an onion.
A quarter of that big onion.
Probably about a quarter of a bell pepper.
Quarter of a bell pepper.
Seasonings, if you want to know. Cumin, chili powder, black pepper. We use garlic. We have minced garlic in the fridge. The chicken bouillon. Follow directions. It's a teaspoon for every cup. So I did 4 cups of water and 4 teaspoons. And then we had some lemons left over, so I used that. And
Just about a third of the cilantro.
yeah, this is what's left. Figure that we can eat and then use this for another meal.
And then you chopped up
2 tomatoes.
2 tomatoes.
A quarter head of a lettuce.
Okay.
And then I'm just heating up the Dollar Tree tortillas.
And these are the beans. And the cheese, we grated a half a block of cheddar cheese that I got from Aldi. We don't, like I said, we don't have an Aldi, thank you, near us, but I went on November 21st with friends who go up there every, I don't know, 3 or 4 months. And so the cheese was actually cheaper than down here. It was like around $1.78, so half of $1.78.
So we're having 2 tacos apiece. Thank you. So this is my plate. It's a lot of food. I won't be able to eat it all. So this is my last Tupperware container of the chicken, and tonight we're having chicken stir fry, and so I am going to cut this up. So I have cut up the chicken, as you can see, and I'm going to use 3 stalks of celery and a half of an onion. So I'm going to get those chopped up right now. So I have this sweet chili sauce that has been in my refrigerator for a while. You can see the expiration date, it's already expired, but it'll be fine. And I just have a little bit left. As you can see, I just have like that much left. So I'm going to go ahead and use this, and I'm going to put it in now to flavor, yep, it smells fine, to flavor the chicken. So to me, this smells a lot like cocktail sauce. And the reason I say that is going to be important in a minute. I'm sure you can figure that out. I'm sure you've already figured it out. So I'm going to thin this with a little bit of water, actually, because it's taking its sweet time to get out. Just a little bit. And that'll also help cook the celery. We came home with 2 things of cocktail sauce, and this is a to-go container of very spicy green Mexican, like salsa. And I also have a little bitty packet of duck sauce. So I'm going to put that in there as well. So as you can see, this is kind of a clean out the refrigerator meal, because I don't know about you, but when I buy things like this, I don't ever use all of it. So I have my tasting spoon. I'm going to turn my heat down a little to low. This is the cocktail sauce. I'm going to go ahead and dump all of this in there. One whole container. I don't want to put too much salt in here because soy sauce has a lot of salt. To get in there, it does need salt. Let me throw my onions in there. And I do want to loosen that up a little, so I'm going to add some water. That is tasting. I don't know, there's something about cocktail sauce. I don't know what they put in it, I could look it up. But that just has an oriental flavor to me, like a sweet and sour flavor. It already has a kick to it, so I think I'm going to leave this green sauce out. And if you don't have any Chinese seasonings, you can add a little bit of vinegar. You could add a little bit of barbecue sauce. It kind of like mimics teriyaki sauce. You could also add, you could make like a peanut sauce. You could just mix a little bit of peanut butter with some water. Add my stir-fry vegetables in. And then I'm going to put a lid on it. And then after these cook, I am going to taste it again for seasoning. I have room in my budget to cut up some of those onions. I mean, not onions, mushrooms. So that's what I'm going to do next.
So I just divided my last carton of mushrooms like I did the first time, and this time there was an extra stem. So I tried to do it like the big ones, you know, I tried to be even. So I'm going to put half back, and I'm going to, I do wash my mushrooms. I know there's a debate whether to wash the mushrooms or just take the dirt off with a paper towel. I prefer to wash my mushrooms. I don't think it makes them soggy. That's just me. So I'm going to wash these mushrooms, and I'm going to cut them up, and then at the very end I will throw them into the stir fry because they don't take very long to cook.
So I want to show you the price breakdown for this meal so far. The chicken is 90 cents. The frozen veggies is $1.60. I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses on. The rice is 36 cents. The 3 stalks of celery is 36 cents. The mushrooms are 74 cents. 1/2 of an onion was about 20 cents. So I'm at $4.16. So I wasn't real happy with the stir fry that I bought. I would like to add some of the frozen broccoli florets that I had previously purchased. So as you can see here, the broccoli was $3.22 divided by 3 is $1.07. I just want to take a few out, so I think I'm going to take out about 50 cents worth, and I'll show you what I think that looks like. Okay, so if you will remember my first video, I took out a third, and after I took out that many, I still have over half the bag left. There was a lot of carrots, there was a few pieces of broccoli, florets, but not enough to make me happy. So I think that will make me happier. 2 cups of rice and 4 cups of water with some salt, and then I leave it set for 10 minutes, and then I fluff it up. For stir fry, I don't put anything in the salt, like I don't put anything in the rice like chicken bouillon. I put is salt. So these are all 4 plates, and they're, of course, you can see they're very generous helpings. We do have a little bit left over of each. So, yep, we are gonna go eat.